Any requests? No?
Hips.
Hips?
Always hips.
Always hips are good. When, oh, it's still hurting?
Yeah, they're sore right here.
Yeah. Angie finally called a chiropractor, so she's, yeah. All right. They jump on you. All right. Excuse me. Let's go ahead, find our comfortable seats. And sit up nice and tall. Lift your shoulders up. And let them roll back down. Hands on your knees, elbows soft under your shoulders. Eyes are closed or gazing down. And just start dropping into this moment. Settling in, feeling rooted through your sits bones, light and lifted through the crown of the head. Find your breath, that equal steady inhalation, exhalation, in and out through the nose. If your mind wanders, focus back on the breath. And as you stay with your breath, I'll continue with our reading from Pema Chodron, Comfortable with Uncertainty. Today's reading is called Just Like Me, On the Spot Compassion. As a result of compassion practice, we start to have a deeper understanding of the roots of suffering. We aspire not only that the other manifestations of suffering decrease, but also that all of us could stop acting and thinking in ways that escalate ignorance and confusion. We aspire to be free of fixation and closed-mindedness. We aspire to dissolve the myth that we are separate. It's particularly helpful to take these compassionate aspirations into the marketplace. You can do these practices in the midst of this paradoxical, unpredictable world. In this way, you can work with your intention and also begin to act. In traditional terms, this cultivating both levels of bodhicitta, which is the noble heart, the aspiration and the action. Sometimes this is the only way to make this practice feel relevant to the suffering we continually witness. I do this sort of thing in all kinds of situations: at the breakfast table, in the meditation hall, at the dentist's office. Standing in a checkout line at the market, I might notice a defiant teenager in front of me and make the aspiration, may he feel free of suffering and its causes. In the elevator with a stranger, I might notice her shoes, her hands, the expression on her face. I contemplate that just like me, she doesn't want stress in her life. Just like me, she has worries. Through our hopes and fears, our pleasures and pain, we are deeply interconnected. And just softly let your chin fall to your chest. And breathe into the back of the neck. And Just gently let the right ear roll over to the right shoulder. Pull the left shoulder down. Maybe the left arm reaches to the side. And then hand to the knee, chin to the chest, roll to the other side. Pull the right shoulder away. Stay there or reach the right arm to the side. And then hand to the knee, chin to the chest, and gently rock your head from shoulder to shoulder. And then we'll meet with our chins back in our chest, and then stretch our arms open. Really reach and splay your fingers wide. Make a fist. Circle your wrists. Reverse it. And then stretch your fingers back out and wiggle the fingers. And then pull them together in front of your heart. Bow in, setting your intention for your practice. And then interlace your fingers and stretch them away. Round your back and tuck your chin. And then reach your arms up high, relax your shoulders down. And let your hands come behind your back. Go ahead, stretch them to the floor, stay there, or lift the arms up and away. And then drop your arms down and just take your right hand to your left knee, twist it back over the left shoulder. And then come all the way around and look to the other side. And then come back to center and just take your legs wide. Walk your sitting bones forward, flexing parts of the bottom to the back, hands on your shins. Slide your left hand over to your left ankle. Some of you are going to keep your left elbow up on the shin. Some of you might feel comfortable dropping it and down in front. Stay there or reach that right arm up alongside the ear. Keep stretching. Stay there. Some of you might grab the pinky toe side of the foot, but make sure you don't round in on yourself. Keep your shoulders stacked to the side. Keep breathing. And then go ahead, squeeze to come up tall, slide to the other side. Decide where this elbow wants to be. Left arm stays down or goes up alongside the ear. And then go ahead and bring it back up to center and just wiggle out your shoulders. Bring your hands in front and walk them forward. So remember, you're still warming up, so just go as far as feels good for you and breathe into the space. And then walk your hands back in and bring the bottoms of the feet together. Let's do a little butterfly. Stay up tall or fold in towards your toes. And then go ahead, sit up and make your way to hands and knees. Finding your tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Cat-cow tilts when you're ready. The inhale drops your belly, lifts your head, hold here. Wait for an exhale, arch the back high, push the floor away, hold here. And then just move with your breath. Inhaling, sway back, and exhaling back. Keep cycling through your breath. point for your next exhalation. Return to a flat back. Look over the right shoulder to the right hip. Look around to the left. Come back to center and press it into child's pose. Hips towards the heels, forehead towards the mat. Remembering you can come here at any point during your practice. And then come forward to hands and knees. Knees back under the hips. And take your right leg straight back. Toes on the mat, press through the heel, engage and lift the belly. Find that calf muscle. You can press through, you can rock. You might even push enough so that you lift the left knee. And then go ahead, just drop it down, lift that leg high, and circle the ankle. Reverse it. And now stay here and just bend your knee so the heel goes up. And now we're going to take the leg out to the right side. Yeah. And then you're going to make a big circle towards the back and then up towards the nose. And just find as much range of motion as you can in that hip. And the next time it comes back up, stretch it out. And then drop it over to the left side of the left foot. Keep it there or walk your hands a little more to the left. And then bring it back to center. Swing your leg off to the right. Right arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse. Keep it straight up or start to let it go back. Keep it there. If you like the binds, take it. Knuckles to sacrum. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee in, and send the left leg back. So toes on the mat, find that calf muscle. You're pressing, you can rock. Some of you might press enough to lift the right knee. And then set the knee down, lift the leg and circle the ankle. And reverse. And relax. Now bend the knee, heel to the sky. Take your leg off to the left side. And then you're going to circle it up. I'm going to head around. Find that full range of motion. I think something must be wrong with Zoom again. Hopefully all you Zoom people made it to Facebook because I don't see anything on Facebook. Alright, the next time it comes up, keep it there, straighten it out, and then send it over to the right. Stay there or walk it a little more to the right. Walk your hands back to center, swing the leg to the left. Left arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse it. Keep it straight up or start to let it go back. If you like the bind, go for it. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee in, and tuck your toes as you press your hips towards your heels. Breathe into your feet. And then look forward at your hands, spread your fingers wide, and then press it up to your first downward facing dog. You're in down dog, pedal it out, walk it out, move it around, whatever feels good. And then we'll come to stillness, hold your down dog. And then shift into plank like you're going to do a push-up. Get the wrists under the shoulders, and then put your knees on the mat. Stay here, and just set your left hip down. So now you're just going to feel a stretch comes up from the hip to the side body. You can either collapse into that front shoulder or push the floor away. And try reach in your ear to your right shoulder. turn your chin towards the right shoulder. And then bring it up and let it drop to the other side. And see what feels good here. So it's nothing fancy, just a little side stretch up from the hip. And then come back to center. And you're either lowering all the way down or you're stopping halfway. And you're going to come up into cobra or up dog. Take a little bit of time there. If you want to wiggle out the shoulders, look back over the shoulders. And then just tap your knees down, tuck your toes, and stay hands and knees or down dog. And then walk your hands and feet towards each other, making your way into ragdoll. Any movement that feels good, bend your knees, sway your hips, shake your head yes and no. And then bend your knees, squeeze your belly, stack your vertebrae. Once you're at the top, reach. Keep your arms up, relax your shoulders down. Take hold of the right wrist with the left hand and pull it over to the left side. Stay here, or you can add whatever feels good. It can be right foot in front or right foot behind. And pull. And then go ahead, bring it back to center. Grab the other side, pull it over first. Decide if you're going to stay here or change up that left foot. And then bring it back to center, hands touch your thighs, slide towards your toes. Stay here or take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and let the arms pull away. Your hands are behind your back, relax into your sacrum before you reach down towards the floor. On an inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Find your mountain. Top of your mat, Surya Namaskar. Shoulders back and down, palms forward. We'll do the full 4 tonight. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step the left foot back. Drop the knee down and sink into your left hip flexor. So really focus on your hips sinking low so you feel that stretch in the front of the left hip. Remember, the floor is too far away. Hands can always come up to your thigh. And then wait for your exhale, hips back, toes lift, hands walk with you if the hamstring is tight. And then shift the weight forward and take it back. Hands and knees or down dog, cat cow, or add your flow. Honor your body. Looks good. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let your left leg lift. We'll go ahead and bend it because that's what we always do. Breathe into your hip. Unless it doesn't feel good, then we don't. And then step the left foot up. Sink the right knee down and breathe. So find what works for you. Stack your joints in the front. Keep breathing. And then wait for your exhale, hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman. And then shift the weight back. keep that left knee bent, squeeze the belly, we're stepping the right foot up. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, stretch it out at the top. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step the right foot back. Right hand or fist on the mat. Left hand on the thigh, twist to look to the left. Keep that left hand low or reach it up. And breathe. Wait for your exhale, put it down, and take it back. Rest or flow. Cat-cow's a flow if you don't want to vinyasa. Down dog, child's pose, always an option. Nice. Listening to your body is yoga. And then when you're ready, right leg lifts. Go ahead, bend the knee, open the hip. And step the right foot up. Left hand flat, right hand on the thigh, twist to look to the right. Keep the right hand low or reach it up. Wait for an exhale, right hand down, we're stepping the left foot up. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand. And exhale, meet the heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain. We're gonna add a chair. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, find your chair. Next exhale, fold your forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step the left foot back. Keep that back knee lifted. You can press off the thigh or hover your way up until you come into your high lunge. Find your pose. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed towards the waist, or actually actively reaching to the waist. And then put a bend in the back knee and push the pelvis forward so you feel the stretch in the front of that left hip flexor. Wait for your exhale, hands down. Take it back, rest or flow. Nice. Honoring your body. All right, when you're ready, we're lifting the left leg up. You can bend it and open it. If you would like to flip it, you just take that foot, touch it down behind the right foot, and the left arm goes forward, do wild thing. Keep that bottom leg straight, turn the foot to the side, you got it. There it is. And now bring that left hand down and step the left foot up. We're coming up for high lunge. Press off the thigh or hover your way up. Find your high lunge. Shoulders reach to the waist. Put a bend in the back knee. Push the pelvis forward. You should feel that in the front of the right hip flexor. Wait for your exhale. Hands down. Step to the top. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms, come back to chair. And exhale to stand. Drop your arms, find your mountain. Inhale, arms up. Keep them there. Exhale, bend your knees. Wait for your next exhale, fold towards the floor. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, long flat back. Exhale, step the right foot back. Coming up for high lunge again. Reach it high. Stay here, or right arm forward, left arm back. Some of you might drop your left hand to the back thigh. Right arm can go up and back for a bigger side stretch. Wait for your exhale, hands to the mat. Take it back. Down dog or child's pose, vinyasa. Cat-cow can be a vinyasa. Nice. Beautiful. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, lift the right leg lift. You can bend it and open it. If you're gonna flip it, you just take that right toe, touch it down behind the left, and then right arm comes to the front of the room. You got it, looks great. Now bring that right hand back to the mat and step the right foot up. Come on up for high lunge. We're almost done with this part. Stay here or left arm forward, right arm back. Some of you might want to drop that back hand and then reach that left arm up and back. And then wait for your exhale, hands to the mat, step to the top. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms, you end up in chair. And exhale to stand. Drop your arms, find your mountain, settle your breath. And then just step your right foot back. So we're gonna face the side. So if, yeah, everybody looks good. All right, so toes are at 1 and 11 o'clock. Bend your knees and come into your squat. Belly in, tailbone down. Keep breathing. Hands can stay on your thighs or you can bring them up. On an inhale, we're going to straighten the legs, drop the arms. On an exhale, bend your knees and find your squat. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, sink low. Keep going on your own, use your breath. We'll do 2 more. And then we'll meet and we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to come up, drop your arms, now square your feet so the outer edges are parallel. Fold forward and touch the floor. So we're going to take some breaths here to start to feel the stretch come down the hips, the outside to the thighs, maybe into your glutes. You can hold steady, you can add movement. If something else feels good, feel free to add that. We'll take our deeper lunges after we're here for some nice long breaths. So we'll all come back with our hands to the floor. And we'll turn our left toes to the left corner of your mat. We'll be backwards in the studio. You're walking your hands to that side of your mat. If you have knee issues, hips are staying above the knee. Feels good on hips and knees. Sink it down. Some of you might walk your hands out to the side. Some of you might fold your head towards the floor. There's a bind here if you want. Left knuckles to sacrum, right hand behind the back. If that comes easy, you work on getting the forehead back to the floor. And then we're going to take it up and over to the other side. Keep it high or sink it low. Find your pose. You can add the arms reaching out to the sides. If you're taking the bind, it's right knuckles to sacrum, left hand behind the back. You got it. Maybe the forehead reaches back towards the floor. Nice. This looks great. Now go ahead, bring it back to center. And then just walk your hands way out in front and find a wide leg down dog. Wag your tail.
That was your head.
Huh?
That was your head. It looked like a little
It was everything. Doesn't your dog's head wag and his tail wag?
No, I'm a dog.
All right, go ahead and walk it back in. Turn your left toe or your toes back to the top of your mat. And then take it either up or back, your choice. If you went back, you can add a flow. swaying your back, but you're kind of puffing your kidneys, so you're feeling that space in your down dog. So if you're in down dog, now make your way back up to ragdoll. On an inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, on an inhale, come all the way up. Once you're at the top, stretch it out, drop your tailbone, only if it feels good, add your little back bend. And then come up straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms, find your mountain. And step your right foot back, setting up warrior two position. So heel to arch alignment, arms up parallel, then into your left knee. Don't let the knee go past the ankle and track the knee over the pinky toe side of the foot. Keep torso straight up. Keep breathing. Now flip your front hand, and as you inhale, stretch it back, hold here. And then wait for an exhale, bend your knee, go back to warrior two. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, warrior two. Do two more on your own. We'll all meet back in warrior two. And then straighten our front leg for triangle. Left arm stretches out to the front of the room before it reaches down. Anywhere along the shin, the foot to the floor. Make sure your head is over that front leg. Keep tailbone down, belly lifts. Your head starts going this way, out towards the right side of your mat. You've slid out of pose. It's as if you're between two sheets of glass and you're all breathing. And then squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, stretch it back. And then bend your knee so you're back in warrior two. And take the left forearm to the thigh, palm turned up, right hand can stay on the hip, or it goes straight up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. And you can stay here. If you have something you'd like to add, go for it. That might be left hand reaching for the mat. It might be right knuckles to the sacrum. You can take a half bind if you'd like. Grab that front thigh, full bind. That left shoulder stays in tight and goes under the thigh. And then just spin it open. You can fly. Nice. Looks great. Everybody, let your right hand go down to the mat. Pop the back heel up and put the knee to the mat. Walk your toes to the left. Stay here or bring both hands to the inside of the left foot. And just enjoy. So you can stay here. Some of you might drop your right elbow. Some of you might drop your left. So it might look like this. Might look like this. You might keep both arms straight. And find your pose. Just breathe. And if you went really low, push up through your arms. And we're just going to slide that left leg around. You can go to down dog or child's pose. You can rest or flow. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, we'll walk our hands towards the back of the mat. Make your way to ragdoll. And then round yourself. Once you're up, palms spin in, shoulders reach down. See if you can lift your heels, find your balance in your toes. Press through your big toes. And then tiptoe your way up. And then put your heels down and drop your arms. Go ahead, step the left foot back. Setting up the other side of warrior two. So bending into the right knee, make all those adjustments for your joints. Find your breath and breathe. Now flip the right hand, stretch it back, and just hold here for a few breaths. And then wait for an exhale and go back to warrior two. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, warrior two. Two more on your own. We'll meet back in warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Right arm stretches out before it reaches down. Triangle pose. Nice. Tailbone drops, belly lifts. Right shoulder rolls away from the ear. And then squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, stretch your back. And then bend your knee back to warrior two. And then right forearm on the thigh, palm turned up, left hand can stay on the hip or go straight out to the side wall, rolls up alongside the ear, palm swinging down. Beautiful. Nice. Again, you can stay here or play here if you want to add something. It can be left knuckles to sacrum, maybe you can catch a half bind, it can be right arm down, or maybe it goes under and you grab fingers or wrists. Keep breathing. We're all going to take our left arm, reach it back forward, and then down to the floor. Pop the back heel up, put the knee down, toes walk to the right. Stay right here, or both hands to the inside of the right foot. Some of you are going to keep it up high. Some of you might lower the left elbow. The right elbow might meet it. It might not. If you went low, push up your arms and just take that right leg around to the back and go to down dog or child's pose. You can rest or flow. All meet at hands and knees, and just move through two cat-cow tilts on your own. And then return to a flat back. So let's take our knees wide, tuck your toes, and bring the ball mounds of your big toes together. So not the actual toes, but the part just above the toes. Yeah. And then we're going to walk our hands back and end up in our toe squat. If this bothers your knees, feel free to separate and go up into a malasana squat. So you might sit up on your heels, knees track out to the side, squeeze your belly, hands can come to the thigh, use your core to stand up tall. That doesn't feel good, you can always end up way out here. Or you can end up with your hips high. All right, so if it feels okay, we're just going to push through our toes and stand up. So go ahead and push up. Drop your heels and shake it out. Surprise! All right, so go ahead and keep your mountain. And then just take your left foot and step it forward. So it's about 2 feet in front, and we're going to roll into warrior three. So just slide forward. Then we're going to hinge back to standing, stop there, or bring hands to the waist, bring the ankle all the way up. Don't lean back as you extend, point, and then lower with control. Shake out the hips, and then plant your right foot and step your left foot forward, and fly into warrior three. So make sure you're doing the opposite leg. It should be right foot balance. And then hinge back, stop there, or hands to the waist, leg up. Don't lean back, you're gonna extend, point, and then lower with control. Shake out the hips, and find your mountain. So if it does not bother your knee, we're gonna bend the knee, take hold of the top of the right foot, left arm forward. If that hurts your knee, go back to warrior three. So grab the pinky toe side. If you can grab the big toe, thumb goes up. Hinge forward. Charge with the left arm, push the foot into the hand behind you. So reach and push, maybe it starts to go up. Keep breathing. And then hinge back to standing, switch legs, and try the other side. So right arm up, pitch the left foot, charge and reach. Squeeze your muscles on your right arm. Push the foot into your hand behind you. Balance is an issue. You can always touch a wall. Make sure you're facing the wall. And then hinge back to standing and shake it out. Go ahead, pinky toes out near the edges of your mat. Just fold forward. Some of you are going to stay here. Some of you are going to go into your Malasana squat. Honor your knees. If Malasana doesn't feel good, you can also do a goddess squat like we did earlier, that wide leg squat. If you went low, elbows above the knees, push the hips back up, hang forward, walk both hands to the right side of your right foot. Left hand grabs the calf or ankle, put a bend in the left knee. If it feels good, right arm high. That same bind can happen here, right knuckles to sacrum, or maybe it reaches around that left inner thigh. Nice. Now switch sides. Straighten both legs, right arm reaches across, you're bending the right knee, left arm stays down, it goes up if it feels good. You can go to the knuckles to sacrum or reach for that right inner thigh. And then bring it back to center. And just bend your knees, squeeze your belly, stack your vertebrae. Once you're at the top, reach, stretch it long and tall, drop your tailbone only if it feels good, and go back in. And then come up straight, and hands to your heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain. Settle your breath. Keeping your eyes awake. All right, we'll do one more balance. So bend your knees like chair. Keep your left foot down and cross your right ankle over. Make your figure four. So your shoulders should be over your shin. The more you get this thigh parallel, the more stable you'll be. Hands can stay on the leg. They can reach down to the floor. You might be able to bend and fly. If you went really low, you're going to have to engage your belly a lot. Push into that foot to come up. There you go. And then kick it out. Switch it around. And try the right foot. So bend your knees like a chair. And left ankle crosses over. Get the shoulders over that shin. Don't sway the back. Stay up or start to sink towards the floor. out, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, either take it back, hands and knees, or down dog. Rest or float. Out near the edge of your mat, top of the shin down, top of the foot down, walk that foot away. If this doesn't feel good, you can come onto your back and wrap that thigh on top. So come on up to the front so you're not falling into that hip, but you're dropping that left hip forward. You're pulling back on the right, forward on the left. If it hurts the knee, it might need to go a little more to the right. Some of you are staying up high, some of you might lower down. Nice, that looks good. You should feel it right in that right hip, right in that piriformis area where all those muscles come together. Looks good. Low, push up in your arms. So you can either leave that back knee down or you can tuck the toes and lift it. Either way, we're just going to kick that right leg back and kick it around. So it either looks like a down dog or hands and knees with the kicking it around. All right. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, left leg lifts. And then bring that knee to the outer edge of your mat, top of the foot down, shin down, and then walk that right leg away. So remember, you're not falling into the left hip, you're kind of hovering slightly. There's a little bit of space under here. Keep it up high or drop to your elbows. Looks good. And breathe. So this is basically what you were just doing in your Dhanavasana when you were standing and balancing. You went low, push up your arms. You can keep that back knee down or lift it up. Either hands and knees or down dog. Kick that left leg around. And then drop it down. You can rest or float through your last vinyasa. And then any way you like to make your way onto your bottom and swing your legs around. Keep your left leg out, bring your right leg up, and just let your right knee fall over. Put your hand on your knee, belly button over the left thigh. You can stay here, or you can walk your hands down the thigh. If you want to go up and fold, you can do that as well. We're just folding over the leg. It comes easy for you. Maybe that left hand goes past the foot, then you grab the wrist with the right hand. And then just if you're folded, lift your head to look at your toes. You can walk your hands in or squeeze your belly, come off your arms. Stay here or put your right hand about 6 or 8 inches behind your right hip. Left arm up, you're pushing up onto your shin, and you're just stretching it out. So this is probably gonna be our deepest back bend. Stretches right here in the front of that right hip flexor again, comes up the side body and out through those fingers. Sorry, that's your left hip flexor, my right. And then go ahead and sit it back down and switch. Left knee fall open, left hand on the knee, belly button over the right. Stay here or fold forward any way you want to get there. Walk it forward or hinge it forward and breathe. And then when you're ready to come up, you can hinge or walk it in and drop it down. Left hand behind the left hip, right arm up, push up onto your shin, hips to the side, and really stretch through that right arm. And then sit it back down. And both legs out in front. Hands alongside the hips, flex the feet, drop the chin, that's your Dandasana, engage the belly. Stay here or inhale up, exhale fold, or you just walk it down the thighs if that feels better for you. And then look at your toes, squeeze your belly or just walk it up. Drop your arms. Go ahead and pick up your bottom. If you need your socks and sweaters, you can put those on now. Go onto your back and rock it out. Once you're there, just let both knees fall to the left, look to the right. And then bring it up and let it go to the other side. And then bring it to center. Stay here or bottoms of the feet together, knees press forward. Stay there or both feet up, happy baby, any movement that feels good. If your feet are up, bring them in. Your knees are wide, pull them together. If it feels good, hug yourself up into a tight low ball. And then wait for an exhale and stretch yourself out. Take up space, find Shavasana, whatever that looks like for you tonight. Eyes are closed if that's comfortable. And then just imagine a beautiful golden light enters the body through the crown of the head. As the light pours through your body, it brings warmth and relaxation to the scalp, the forehead, The eyes, the nose, and your mouth are relaxed. The ears, the cheeks, the jaw, and chin are relaxed. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. The neck and shoulders. The arms, hands, and fingers are relaxed. Chest, the abdomen, the upper, middle, lower back are relaxed. The hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the thighs, the knees, the calves and shins, the ankles, the feet, and out the toes. The body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments, just be. We are the ones we have been waiting for. Let your practice be a refuge from the need to control. Take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment we do that, our spiritual growth comes to a halt. Bring the awareness back to your breath. Deepen your breath. Let it fill your body. And start to wake up your body, moving the small muscles and joints, working your way to the larger, until you're ready for a big stretch. And if it feels good, hug your knees to your chest one last time. If you'd like to roll to your right side, take a few breaths on your side, knees tucked up, left hand down in front of the body. And then in your least disturbing way possible, make your way up to your comfortable seat. And we'll close our practice. Find your tall spine. Find your breath. Remember your peace. Share your light. Hands to the heart. Bow in. Give gratitude. Look for the joy. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all for sharing your practice and your presence. Thank you for being here. All right, everybody. All right, have a good night, guys. I don't know if any of my Zoom people made it over here, but I saw that it did not come up on the Zoom account. So I'm gonna have to cancel out that Monday and start a new one. All right, have a great night, guys. See ya.